Not Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Thank you for being here. We've actually got a touch of fall in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex today. 41 degrees.
Okay. See?
That's cold.
You asked me yesterday.
Frigid.
I didn't check before I left the weather station yesterday. Both yesterday morning and this morning, 39 degrees.
Wow, really?
I love that.
I mean, in some of the outlying areas, there was a freeze warning in effect. Wow. On October 18th in Texas? That's pretty amazing.
Yeah, we're in the 20s up in the upper tier of states right now.
Wow. You know what it is?
What?
Global warming.
Wait, how's it global?
I'm sorry, climate change. It's climate change. Yeah, because the warming is also responsible for the cooling. So, the climate change is responsible for the warming as well as the cold. So it's hot, that's global warming. And if it's cold, that also
I don't know how that works.
Is due to global warming.
I don't get it.
And if it's about the same as ever, it's global warming.
Yeah.
So
okay.
Yeah.
So wait, are droughts global warming?
Yes, as well as floods.
Oh, do we have the picture from Australia, that lake bed that was dry?
Oh, let's see it.
And then it rained. And so look at that.
Wow, that's a big difference.
It was at what percent was it at? Let's see here. Hang on.
Like nothing percent?
Yeah,
because it's
over 100%.
Okay. Look at that. Yeah, I'm guessing they're not going to be showing this as one of their examples. Look at this, the extreme drought. Yeah. And there it is.
Yeah, so it was at 5.3%. Now it's 100.4%.
5.3 to 100.4.
It's called cycles, I believe is what we call that.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
And then, they've got the Doomsday Glacier has stopped receding.
Has it?
Yeah. So they're like, oh, crap, we need something else now because it stopped shrinking and stuff.
It's amazing.
But now the latest thing is, not that Joe Biden would approve any more leases in the Gulf of Mexico for oil.
Yeah.
But
he can't now.
Oh, why not?
Well, there's a new whale in the Gulf.
Yeah.
We've discovered.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. Really? We haven't already known about every whale there is? They're kind of hard to hide.
We just found that new chameleon thing. Remember that little guy?
Yeah.
So they're hard to hide a whale, though.
So at the beginning of 2021, a team of scientists from NOAA identified a new species of whales in the Gulf of Mexico, which they called Rice's whale or the Gulf of Mexico whale.
Oh, you better. Oh, there's like two camps, and they're fighting over the name.
This majestic animal can grow to 42 feet in length and weighs 60,000 pounds.
Okay.
All right.
That's a big boy.
So, called it one of the most endangered marine mammal species on Earth. Well, wait. They just found it.
Thank you.
What do you mean it's the most endangered? You don't know.
Yeah.
You've never seen it before, and now it's endangered already? Unreal.
Bro.
Some of us have been trying to raise the profile of this whale for many years now, according to Peter Corcoran, senior scientist and whale researcher at the New England Aquarium. Despite such efforts, many people remain completely unaware of the dangers Rice's whales currently face.
Excuse me, Gulf of Mexico whale? Thank you.
It's really just the forgotten whale at the moment.
The forgotten whale. How do you forget? How much? What was the size of that thing? How has it got
42 feet.
Okay, and how
60,000 pounds.
Oh, and that's got a low profile.
Yeah.
Okay.
In their letter, the scientists argued that the Biden administration considers if it considers additional offshore oil and gas drilling over the next few years, they better pay close attention to the hazards such projects may pose to Rice's whale.
Gulf of Mexico whale.
Continued oil and gas development in the Gulf represents a clear existential threat to the whale's survival and It's such bull.
The kind of crap they pull
Absolute
all the time
baloney.
in California, man. We got to save the snails.
Total garbage. Exposures to seismic air gun blasts accompanying oil and gas exploitation, as well as to oil spills, can severely impact the whale's health and disrupt activities vital to feeding and reproduction over large ocean areas.
Wait a minute. We've made it this long not knowing this whale existed.
Right.
I think we're going to be okay. Plus, you wanting to save a whale that is scared by, what was it, an air horn?
An air blast.
Air blast. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Totally different thing, Keith.
Completely.
Sorry.
Moreover, collisions with vessels can also pose significant dangers to these whales, since at night they usually rest in the upper reaches of the ocean. So,
that's on them.
Yeah, that is
if
on
you're gonna
them.
take a nap, don't be up on the surface.
That's like
dummy.
That's like a human being taking a nap on a freeway. Right. Don't do it, stupid. Okay,
man.
What are you doing?
I have yet to hear the benefit of this whale in our society.
Well, we can look at it when it does this, when it breaches a little bit.
Oh, yeah, look.
See its tail.
See
there.
its tail there? Oh,
See the tail?
Whoa! Did you see its tail?
How much is your day improved now? Yeah, I saw the tail of a whale. Ooh. So, yeah, I'm set for the day.
Where were you?
Set for the day. I was watching a podcast. And somebody put it up to the camera.
So you didn't even
from a page.
You didn't go out to the ocean yourself and see it.
No, I don't live near the Gulf, so no. But man, just seeing it on that paper,
changed your life.
It saved me. Yeah, I was going to end it all today, but now I'm not going to.
All because of the whale tail.
Yeah. Beautiful. It's just so inspiring.
So
what are you supposed to do with the whale? We didn't know it was here. It's brand new.
Right.
I guess they've been following it for a few years, but
tell you what, trade-off. You don't want us drilling for oil there, then we get the blubber of that whale, because we're about to be back in the Stone Age here.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to need to heat our lamps with whale blubber.
And these same people that are screaming about the whale are the same people that are celebrating abortions from women and, bragging about how many abortions they've had. Like that woman who had 20 abortions that we were talking about a couple of weeks ago. Ugh. I mean, they're despicable. And, their priorities, little screwed up. Save the whale, but go ahead and kill off our human children. Not even a problem. So, thanks for that, left.
Yep.
By the way, we got a New York Times poll that shows the latest disaster for Democrats as independents swing right. Pre-midterm polls are rolling in as hot as inflation.
Oh.
And they're bad news for Democrats. Yesterday, we noted that the latest Harvard-Harris poll, Trump would win against Biden if the 2024 election were held today. Inflation is America's top concern, and most people, 62%, blame the administration for high energy prices, as they should. Who else are you going to blame? Who else? Well, Putin. It's the Putin price increase. Also on Monday, as the New York Times Siena College poll found that momentum is clearly in Republicans' favor going into the midterms, and that Democrats are losing independent voters, particularly independent women who went from favoring Democrats by 14 points to backing Republicans by 18.
That is fascinating.
That's a 32-point swing. Wow, that's really something. The poll shows that 49% of likely voters said they plan to vote for a Republican to represent them in Congress, compared with 45% who plan to vote Democrat. That's a 4-point spread. That's a big spread. When you do these generic polls, they're usually not that big of a gap. The result represents an improvement for Republicans since September, when Democrats held a 1-point edge. Biggest shift came from women. We just said it was a 32-point swing. Amazing. And guess what the important issues are for Americans?
Whales.
Whales. Whales is the number one issue for Americans going into this election cycle. The number one issue. And particularly the Gulf of Mexico whale.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, they love it. People love it.
Don't call it the rice whale. That's stupid.
They just want to continually see that thing breach so they feel good about their lives. And so that's their biggest issue.
Is it? So so whale's number one. Then what's right under that? Inflation?
No, abortion. Abortion is number two.
Number two.
Followed by climate change at number 3.
No,
So, man, they're in good shape. No, amazingly, it's the economy, stupid, as always. The economy and inflation, 44% combined versus 36% in July. It's a mutual concern among all age groups. Just 2% of likely voters think Ukraine is the most important problem facing the U.S. today. 2%.
2%.
And 5%, a whopping 5% of voters say abortion is the biggest issue facing America. And that's all Democrats are talking about. Mm-hmm. They really believe they're onto something. That's why.
That's encouraging that they are hurting so badly that they have to rile up their base over abortion this close to the election.
Right.
I mean, that's all. We've got clip after clip after clip today of Democrats talking about abortion like this is the winner for them.
Yeah.
Okay.
They think it is.
Okay, 5% agree with you.
I mean, there was, a little outrage from some on the left when the Supreme Court made the ruling. But, it's not something that they're going to stay that pissed off about.
Yeah.
And it's not something that affects their lives immediately.
And it's amazingly a state's issue now.
Yeah.
The blue states you live in can still kill babies.
Huh. What a thought. Isn't that amazing?
But yeah, that's what they're going on. They're going, let's have the ability to snuff out more babies. 2022.
Mm-hmm.
Vote Democrat.
And that's why Biden has been out babbling about it every day, like it's the biggest issue there is. He said yesterday that if the Democrats got a bigger majority after the midterms, which they're not going to do, they'll codify Roe v. Wade and expand abortion from a federal level. Huh. And to make his point, he cited the wrong amendment, of course.
Oh, no. What?
Here's what he said.
That's not all.
No.
I've warned about how this decision risks the broader right to privacy for everyone.
Yeah,
There's a thing called the Ninth Amendment that says there's a right to privacy. That's how it was interpreted back then.
No, that's not.
Wait.
That's not right.
Hold on. He's trying to make the case, but he says that's how it was interpreted back then. So are you making the case now for something? Because you had the little caveat there that that's how they interpreted it back then. But you're trying to make the case, and yes, it's the wrong amendment, bro.
It's the wrong one.
Let's not bury the lead, Keith.
God,
the guy is
an idiot.
But you know what, though? Hold on, because he's trying to talk about the Fourth Amendment, right?
Yes.
I
right
would
imagine
privacy.
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So, but if he's the Ninth Amendment, then that's the, hold on, here's the text. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
The enumeration in the Constitution of certain rights shall not be construed to deny or disparage others retained by the people.
All right.
So you could make the case that the baby just wants the right there. So
you sure could.
So there you go. Ninth Amendment does apply. Nice job, Joe. You stumbled into that one. Pro-life Joe.
The
He
worst.
Sucks.
Oh my gosh. He's just so unbelievably bad that if it wasn't so important, it would really be comical. From a certain standpoint, but it is too important, so it's really not funny. It's really not. And he also babbled some nonsense about I'm trying to find this now because my computer had to reboot. My company says it had to reboot.
I'm telling you, this has got to stop, y'all.
By yesterday.
IT department, you got to stop with the constant reboots that compel us to either restart or
that is holy.
You have two options. You can either restart right then or you can wait 10 minutes. Oh my gosh, well I guess I better finish up this email right now. And then
and it's really convenient that it does it just as the show begins. So that's perfect. That's perfect timing. I love it. Love it. But his top priority, he says, in the starting after the midterms is abortion. He said, here's the promise I make to you and the American people. The first bill I'll send to Congress is to codify Roe v. Wade. Wow. The move is intended to galvanize support among Democrats and independent women as his poll numbers slump. And this is interesting, though. His desperate attempt, here's what Gene Mancini, president of March for Life, said. President Biden's desperate attempt to sway voters by pushing painful abortions is clear evidence of how out of touch he is. 90% of Americans reject Biden's view that abortion should be legal up until birth for any reason, paid for by taxpayers. Right. I mean, nobody wants that. They just don't want that. Plus, he was just so weird at that speech yesterday, where at the very end of it, he apologized.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He's like, and God bless America. I'm sorry. And put down the microphone. Then he picked it back up. And a few seconds later.
Oh, my gosh. We got to find this. I'm reading the transcript.
Yeah, see if you can find it. Because
apologizing for my back?
Yeah. Because he had his back. I mean, there was a choir or something behind him. What? You've always got people behind you. What are you talking about?
Oh, my God.
My mother would be very angry that I had my back to these people. What? There are always people behind you. Always.
That's awesome. New levels of suck every day.
Yeah. Well, then he said, and see if you can find this too. The right that I pushed hard and it finally got changed. The married couples in the privacy of their bedroom. Excuse me. I'm thinking about the Dobbs decision. Wait, what? So he didn't even know what he was talking about here when he's talking about married couples in the privacy of their bedroom? And then thought, no, I'm thinking of the Dobbs decision. Well, what were you trying to say then? He's just so out of it. Who knows? And then was, I was apologizing for my back. My mother would be very angry. I was talking with people with my back to them. I apologize.
All right.
Okay.
It's time.
All right.
It's time.
Time to step down.
And
time to leave.
And roll into a nursing home. That's where he needs to be.
Well, yeah. Absolutely he does. Meanwhile, Fetterman also out there talking about abortion because, again, this is what Democrats think is a winning strategy, that they promise that you can kill a baby at any point. Like, you just realize you're pregnant on the day you're giving birth. Oh, okay, you can go ahead and abort that child. Fully grown, human baby, go ahead and abort it. Here's what Fetterman said to a reporter.
Do you support any restrictions on abortion?
I don't. I've always believed...
Even in the third trimester?
I believe that choice is between a woman, her doctor, and a God if she prays to one.
Wow. Yeah. Never mind the fact it's fully formed, fully functioning human being. Never mind that. It's between her and her doctor. So if I want to kill Keith, is that between me and, I don't know, my doctor?
In me?
No, you don't have anything to say about it.
What?
No.
Wait, that what?
No, why would you have some? Of course you're going to be opposed.
Why was that your go-to
I'm killing
example?
You. So, I mean, of course you're going to be opposed to that.
Yeah, the Ninth Amendment, baby.
You're selfish. What if I want to kill you, though, at any time, for any reason?
Can you put me up for adoption?
No. No.
I'm sorry in advance for ruining your life. Now, could you just let me live?
That would be a hassle to put you up for adoption, because I mean, what if there's no couple willing to take in a 46-year-old?
I'm willing to live in a dadgum orphanage if it means I get to live, man.
No, I don't care. I don't care. I don't want you, and so it's between me and my doctor whether I kill you or not.
I don't even know your doctor.
That doesn't matter.
I'm gonna meet your doctor the second he kills me. Can you leave me alone?
No, because I'm making money from killing you. Not sure how, but some way I'm making money in this process. Follow the trail. Follow the money trail.
Example.
But
Can we do another one?
That's what it's like.
Seriously.
It's the same thing.
It's because the kid can't vote? Is that why? Because the kid can't talk? Is that why it doesn't count? I mean, seriously.
Yeah, the child has no say in the matter at all. Neither does the father, by the way. Forget what the father thinks about any of it. That's not even a consideration. We don't give a rat's anus what the father thinks. So don't even bring that up. You'll be pounded into oblivion if you do.
Wait, are we still defining mother and father?
We shouldn't be, should we?
Okay.
That's a good point.
So let's get that clear before we start making decisions, sir.
Oh, man. So if you want to stop some of this nonsense, then please go to First Liberty. Go actually Supreme Coup, C-O-U-P, supremecoup.com, and sign the petition to stop court packing. Court packing by these Democrats, if they keep control of the Senate, will happen. And we've got to stand up and stop it. It's a real danger to our country.
Yeah, if you think they've been governing with reckless abandon right now, just wait if they're emboldened by a midterm victory.
Oh, my gosh. It would be a disaster. So that's what we're trying to do here with this First Liberty petition. We need you to join us. We're trying to gather a coalition of over 1 million patriots to say no to court packing. If they had 4 more justices that are all liberals, wow, we're in big, big trouble. That's why Franklin Graham has signed on to this. Also, former U.S. Attorney General Ed Meese, Dr. James Dobson, the Family Policy Alliance, the Heritage Foundation, and hundreds of thousands of people just like you all signing this petition. So please sign your name now. It's really easy to do. Just go to Supreme Coup, that's C-O-U-P, supremecoup.com to sign First Liberty's letter. That's supremecoup.com.
Pat Gray.
You want to see one of the most extreme political ads of all time? Speaking of this abortion situation, this is how desperate these fanatics, these abortion fanatics are. Eric Swalwell, disgraced congressman who is he's on the Security Council, right? He's
Intelligence, right?
Intelligence
right?
Committee, one of those.
This is the guy who slept with the Chinese spy.
Fang Fang.
Multiple times,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Okay.
He slept with Fang Fang for two years.
Pizza.
So I don't know how this guy dares to say anything about any situation.
Right, you'd expect him to lay low.
Yeah, lay low.
I wouldn't say anything, but he does just the opposite.
I mean,
man.
you were super fortunate just to stay in Congress.
Right.
But no, he's taken it to an extreme. Look at this. Amazing. Pause it for just a second. By the way, it's fascinating. There's a baby who's maybe 6 or 8 months old in this because, if they had their way, there would be no babies, including that one.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah. All right, let's see the rest of this.
But cute. Gross.
Uh-oh, flashing lights.
Mary Anderson?
Police at the door.
I have a warrant for your arrest.
Arrest for what?
Penal Code 243 violation. Unlawful termination of a pregnancy.
Ah!
You gotta be kidding me.
That is my personal business.
That's for the
And your
courts to
doctor.
decide, ma'am. Your medical records have been subpoenaed, and Dr. Landry's already in custody.
Oh,
Yeah,
busted.
yeah, right. Mhm.
No,
That would happen.
God, you can't just...
You will have to submit to a physical examination.
Oh.
What? By who?
No one's
By
touching
us.
me.
Out come the guns.
Boy, that escalated.
Shoot him.
quickly.
your hands
Kill the whole
behind your
family.
back.
That's probably what would happen.
This is happening.
Thanks to Republicans.
Yeah, you're going downtown.
This is America,
We're just
ladies and gentlemen,
enforcing the law.
boys and girls.
Elections
Oh.
have consequences.
They sure do.
Vote Democrat on
Right.
November 8th.
Okay.
Stop
Yeah.
Republicans
Stop
from
them.
criminalizing abortion everywhere.
And arresting.
Protect women's
Women.
rights and freedom.
Right. Man,
Please don't do this.
we're going to.
Well, you should have thought of that.
We're putting you in stirrups in about 15 minutes. Get ready for it, Puddin'. Okay? Because me and Officer Numbnuts here, we're going to inspect what's going on there. Because we heard you had an abortion. So
We're in hell.
just get your mind ready for it, okay? That is unbelievable. That is irresponsible fear-mongering on a scale that I don't know that we've ever seen before. That's amazing. I guess we have, because the climate change thing, where the world is going to end in 9 years, that's pretty good fear-mongering as well, but they don't have a lot of ads like that about it.
Boy, it really personalized that That promo there with the little goodbye she said to her daughter really brought it home.
Did it?
Honey bear.
I love you, honey bear, as the cuffs go on her wrist.
Honey bear.
Oh, wow. That makes it more tragic, though, that she has a nickname for her, and it's Honey Bear.
I want to know. I want to know where Corey Gardner is during all this. Did he call in the tip?
Probably.
Because we know he banned birth control.
That's right.
I mean, that man is egregious in his overstepping. We're reduced to this. Like, this is the tone of political debate in this country.
Mm-hmm.
This is what a congressman puts out as an ad.
Yeah.
For a campaign.
That kind of slop. Can you imagine if a Republican had put something like this out, fear-mongering against a Democrat? It would be everywhere. They would be talking about how inappropriate and what fear-mongers these people are. How hateful. You're inspiring other people to go crazy over this.
But I encourage them, the Democrats, to spend their campaign cash chasing that 5% that think that this is an important issue.
Yeah, please do.
This is the most important thing right now. And yeah, candidate after candidate is talking about this. And I'm glad that reporters are asking them about abortion.
Finally.
Too. Mm-hmm.
I mean, finally. And you know who's kind of responsible for it is Kari Lake. Because she said, why aren't you asking Katie Hobbs about this? Why don't you ask her where she stands on abortion? Well, I think that struck home with them. And they're like, yeah, maybe we should. Maybe we should. So Katie Hobbs was asked about abortion.
This is powerful, this response.
As far as any kind of limit,
looks like
any
George
kind
Bush,
of limit for abortion.
No? Okay.
Where do you go? 15 weeks? What do you do?
He's trying to give her a line to draw.
Abortion is healthcare, and
abortion is healthcare
should be left to medical providers who have the expertise. And a decision to have abortion should be between a woman and her doctor.
Boom! How'd you know that?
I don't know. It just wild guess.
There is no one-size-fits-all limit that's going to address really extreme circumstances.
Right, that's right. There's really no limit you can put on it.
I mean, he gave her every opportunity to draw a line.
Oh, he's trying.
How many weeks?
Yeah, he tried.
Yep.
To get her to say something that most Americans would agree with, but no. She went with the 13% who think that abortion should be endless. That if you want to have the baby and then 2 years later you decide you made a mistake, go ahead and end that person right there. Abort it. You know, in the, 17th trimester. How about that? It is insane what's going on now.
Now, her opponent for Arizona Governor, Kari Lake, who is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have time for that here, but oh my gosh. It was so good, and we'll have to play that later because she was asked, what do you say about, people that call you an election denier? It is one of the greatest responses from a politician to the press ever.
And she's done a bunch of those lately.
Oh, boy. She just keeps getting better. And by the way, I don't know if you want to play this here, but Raphael Warnock, the illegitimate senator from the state of Georgia, he was asked yesterday, why should Democrats be reelected? Why should they retain power? And his response, my gosh, you want to talk about powerful responses. Check this out.
We've been talking to a lot of voters who say the economy is a top issue for them. Democrats have been in control of the White House, of Congress for the past 2 years. Inflation has soared. Why should Georgia voters give you another chance?
We are still in the throes of a pandemic that dragged on for more than 2 years.
There you go.
Oh, okay.
That's why you do it. You give them another shot.
Because we're still in a pandemic.
In the throes of a pandemic.
In the throes of it, yeah.
Powerful, right?
If we're just in the pandemic, it's not as bad as being in the throes of the pandemic.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're in the throes right now.
So the economy's bad. Everything sucks. Democrats have had power for 2 years.
And I hate being in the throes. Yeah. Don't you?
So what should we do? Should we reelect you?
Yes.
Why?
Yes. Well, because we're still in the throes of that pandemic. We're just hamstrung by the throes.
How does one define that they're in the throes of something?
I'll have to look that up.
Yeah, I got to Google.
Yeah. I'm not sure what the end-all determination of throes is. 888-900-3393. We also got Chewing the Fat coming up next with Jeffy.
Pat Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
A couple of tweets here. Bunter Hayden crack connoisseur tweets. They were running ads every 10 minutes about how Dr. Oz claimed abortion at any stage is murder. How dare he say that?
That's right.
Vote Fetterwoman to kill babies. Yeah, I love that.
You want to know how you can just see the Democratic voter, the typical, so uneducated. Somebody that listens to this show said something about Fetterwoman, right, or whatever, and some Democrat troll chimed in. That shows what Republicans think of women.
Oh my gosh!
Look how they're using that as a bad way to describe Fetterman.
That shows how insulated they are
and so
in their own little liberal world, doesn't it?
So I had to tweet out a teachable moment, which was the clip of Fetterman calling himself Fetterwoman.
And no response, I guess.
Exactly.
Of course. Now they just go away. They skulk away. Adrian tweets, were they arrested in that ad because of an abortion or because they voted for Donald Trump? Probably a bit of both.
A bit of both.
Yeah.
Or were they in D.C.?
Jimmy James, 1883, tweets, the Democrats want to regulate every single aspect of America except when it comes to abortion. Tells you all you need to know. Not a joke. That's not a joke.
Not a joke.
Not a joke. I'm not joking.
I mean, they've been going to people's door-to-door for January 6ers.
Yep. Yeah.
So, I mean, if we're going to start going door-to-door because you had an abortion, you know what? So be it.
So be
it.
You're good with that?
We're dragging you out. We're dragging you out. You had an abortion. We're dragging you out.
All right. Time for Chewing the Fat with Jeffy.
Oh. Wow.
Haven't done this one in a while.
When you get caught between the moon and New York City, I know it's crazy, but it's true.
Why does that bug you, Jeffy? It's just a musical accompaniment.
When you get caught between the moon and New York City, the best that you can do, the best that you can do is chew the fat. Jeffy, he does as he pleases.
I screwed that up, too. It's been so long. I screwed it up. When you get stuck between the moon and New York City, your name is Jeffy. That much is true.
And so, but Jeffy
I didn't even do my own stupid jingle right.
And let's also revisit one other thing we made. Jeffy does as he pleases or eats what he pleases?
Well, both. Yeah.
That's like the remix version?
Yeah.
It's the song.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Does.
But here he is to chew the fat.
Awesome.
How much would you pay for a pair of vintage jeans from the 1880s?
Ooh.
$400,000.
Wait.
Really?
Yeah.
It's sold.
Okay.
Sold.
Good. Do they
Give
fit?
me the $400,000 and I'll be back later today.
Isn't that what they paid for it?
They were found in an abandoned mine. No.
Oh.
No.
Okay.
No. The jeans
How
were
much?
sold for $87,000.
Oh, $87,000.
$400.
Wait, why were they left behind?
Well, that's a good question, isn't it?
Oh, no. Did he have to change clothes?
There's a couple of soft spots on the jeans that could use a bit of reinforcement, but otherwise they're super duper solid jeans.
All right.
They were found about 5 years ago in the American West by Michael Harris, who goes by the moniker a denim archaeologist. I didn't know that there was such a thing. But he's looked in at least 50 abandoned mines over 5 years and has not found a pair of equal quality. And the one thing about these jeans, though, they also bear witness to a dark episode in the country's history.
They do. What? What is it?
An inside pocket is printed with the phrase, "the only kind made by white labor."
Oh, man.
Oh.
What? Really?
Yeah.
So instead
Levi's? Are those Levi's?
Yeah. They have the
How much do you love that?
The only kind made by
Levi's, the big woke company
they
are.
The spokesman said, hey, we used this slogan after the introduction of the Chinese Exclusion Act in 1882.
So it's against the Chinese. That makes it okay.
So it's okay.
Which barred Chinese laborers from entering the U.S. So, they dropped the policy and the slogan in the 1890s. And the act was repealed in 1943. You knew that.
Sure.
But Levi's today is wholly committed.
Oh, of course,
to using the platform and voice to advocate for real equality and to fight against racism in all forms.
Absolutely, no question, Levi's. Thank you for being so woke.
Absolutely. I'm wondering, though, why they were alone in the mine. I mean, the denim archaeologist didn't say it was on a skeleton. They were just alone in the jeans. So, I mean, did the 1880s miner pull an Al Roker in the mine?
Pooped his pants?
I think so.
I pooped my pants.
I mean, so maybe that's some of the weak spots there on the old jeans.
I pooped my pants.
Right, they were Al Roker's jeans from when he went to the White House, and then he abandoned them in that mine.
In the 1880s?
Well, maybe we just misjudged how old
getting
they
up
are.
there.
I don't know.
I feel like in the past this would have helped you, Pat, but now that you have just... you just let me go. You have a relationship with the police, the let me go relationship with the police. This is probably
getting off on a warning.
Not for you.
Pat
but
had to show leg to get that warning.
The National Transportation Safety Board has a simple request.
Yeah.
Cars need to slow down to save lives.
Wow.
Okay.
Powerful.
I mean, the NTSB points out that over 108,000 Americans have lost their lives in crashes where speed was a factor in the last 10 years.
Hold on. This is from the same administration that wants to expand the murdering of babies. Is telling us here's what you do to save lives.
That's correct.
Okay, noted.
That's correct.
Thank you.
The NTSB. It's a different part of the government. Okay. Their recommendation would involve automakers limiting speeds on their cars using cameras and satellite navigation to control how fast a car is allowed to drive.
You got to be kidding me.
Called intelligent speed assistance.
Wow.
Now they're already
How about
never.
They're already required to sell cars with the ISA installed in Europe.
In Europe, they're already doing this. It's really safe unless people are dying in Europe.
Several American automakers, Ford, Jeep, got a head start and have been installing the tech in the European models for years. And there's a new pilot program in New York City to put ISAs in 50 government fleet vehicles. That's the first city in the nation to do so. Now, remember we talked about all the cars coming with breathalyzer ignition interlock devices?
Oh, yeah.
To prevent drunk driving?
Yeah.
That's also, this ISA is also part of the infrastructure bill.
They want to control everything. Everything.
That's correct. Really nice of personally, I think it's really nice of NTSB to be concerned with saving lives. That's all.
Wait.
Now they claim.
Are you?
They claim that right now, as of now, you can override the system just by accelerating. So if you have the ISA and you get the alert saying slow down, and it will slow your car down, but if you accelerate, it overrides the system.
That's called a gas pedal.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Oh, you don't believe him?
No, I do not. And for sure, if it's capable right now, that will not last.
In Europe, they don't have as many auto deaths.
That's right.
Yeah, in Europe, they don't drive as much as we do. So.
Well,
you know the Autobahn doesn't have a speed limit, right? Or I think they technically just instituted one of like 81 miles an hour.
Whoa,
really?
You can go faster to
Did
Austin.
they use miles per hour? Or?
No, it's 130 kilometers.
Okay.
So it's 81 miles an hour, I guess.
Wow. How'd you figure that out?
I don't know. I'm just throwing out numbers.
The riddle.
Right now,
that was
numbers.
the whole thing why it was so good, right? That there was no speed limit.
However, get this. If you go faster than that, it's not punishable.
Oh.
Essentially, technically they do, but really they don't.
Okay.
They don't. So
in Europe, they don't have a speed limit. Why do we?
So that's just appeasing the European Union or something.
Yes.
Saying, we have a speed limit on all our roads.
Exactly what that is. It's like when Montana first was forced into instituting a speed limit on highways, and they said, all right, we'll give you a $5 fine, and you could pay it to the cop right there.
Mm-hmm.
So for a long time, it was, you're going 120 miles an hour, cop pulls you over, it's a $5 fine. And you can give it to him, and they don't even write you up. It was awesome. I think that's changed now. But
what a time to be a cop!
Right?
Actually, on this stretch of the highway,
now it's $50.
Yeah, this is Officer Malinak's domain. It's gonna be a hundo.
A reminder that this Chewing the Fat segment is brought to you by Kexi Cookies, the greatest cookies on earth, by the way.
Thank you.
Order yours today at Kexi.com, and for a limited time, use the promo code the Jeffy and get 18% off. Kexi.com, promo code the Jeffy.
And right now,
off.
while supplies last, you can get that really delicious pumpkin bread. It's so good. And the cookies right now, the best batch we've ever had, I think.
Really?
Yeah, really, really good. Really good stuff. I mean, every time I try one, my wife brings home a sample. It's like, oh my gosh, that's my new favorite. And the next day, nope, that's my new favorite. So give it a try, Kexi.com.
Excited is not a good enough word to describe my feelings right now. Blink 182. Blink 182, San Diego's Kings of Pop Punk are getting the band back together.
Oh, I've never been this excited
Tom
before.
DeLonge has rejoined the bandmates, and Blink 182 is going on a world tour beginning in March of next year.
When are they coming to the Metroplex?
The Boys are back.
Here?
You have to check on the website.
I'll check for you.
I'm not sure. They're going.
Check for me,
I know
Keith.
the world tour is starting in March.
Gosh,
so.
I haven't seen Blink 182 in,
I know that.
60-some years.
Now's the time.
Wait, what?
And they've sold like 13 million albums in the U.S. and 50 million worldwide.
Okay.
I mean, that's okay.
It's decent. I mean,
that's okay.
It's enough to make them wealthy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
When are they coming?
If I knew, I would have said.
Well, just go to the Blink 182 website.
I'm looking. I'm looking.
That's what you gotta do.
That's all you have to do.
Here. You're not going to go to Brooklyn or Baltimore? Or?
No, I'm willing to go. Well, probably not across the street to see them, but if they come right here to the building and are playing while
July
I'm
5th.
here.
July 5th,
July 5th.
2023.
Okay, there you go. There you go. And are they coming to the Mercury Studios? Because otherwise, I can't see them.
You can't just come over here to the...
No, I can't make it. The Toyota Music Center?
It's on a Wednesday night. That makes it bad.
Yeah, it does.
It's at the American Airlines Center.
Oh.
Well, that's not even as close as...
No, it's not. No, it's not.
So you're not even willing to...
But it seats 18,000. Can they sell 18,000 tickets still?
Oh,
do you think?
yeah.
I think
really?
so, yeah.
You think so?
Yeah.
After all this time.
They're kind of...
Blink 182, Pat.
Well, you're right.
With the original band back together again. What are you talking about?
It's a dream come true for me.
Okay.
Really Isn't that... do you remember the Glenn Beck theme from years ago that was the greatest one ever?
Yeah.
Na 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 Glenn Beck na na. That was based on Blink 182. All the small things, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So every time I've heard that song, I keep thinking they're going to sing Glenn Beck.
You keep thinking,
but that's
that theme song over there used to rock out.
Yeah.
Not so much anymore.
Not so much.
No.
But
not so much anymore.
But man, can you imagine that working today? Because it wouldn't. They would shut that down immediately.
Heartbeat.
Do we know anything about their politics though?
Actually, I don't.
Because I feel
I'm
like
just assuming because they're rock stars.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think Tom DeLonge is
a lefty,
kind of douchey.
Probably.
I think he is.
That would be my guess.
I don't know that for a fact, but
yeah.
I just seem like I remember stories about him. And he was the problem with the band too. I mean, he left for a while,
and he's the lead singer.
Yeah. Anyway.
Oh gosh, listen to this. Okay.
Here we go.
All right.
I typed in Blink 182 politics. Here's the first story that comes up. Blink 182 discusses. Okay. Quote, I feel like the world can't. This is 2017. Okay. I feel like the world can't sustain this amount of daily outrage and frustration. Oh, well, let me introduce you to 2022.
Yeah, no kidding. Wow. She's so much better. I mean, so much worse now. It was so much better then.
Oh, man.
5 years ago, we had no idea how bad it could get. 5 years from now, we'll be stunned again, I'm guessing.
Listen to this. We've never really been a political band. We all have very strong political beliefs, but it's not something we really put into our music. Anyway, this goes on to talk about how the age of Trump inspired them to write new stuff. So now, okay, well, welcome to 2022. How's it jive with 2017? Yeah.
No kidding. A reminder to subscribe to my daily show, by the way, the podcast, Chewing the Fat, available wherever you listen to your podcast. And yes, still free. Chewing the Fat with Jeff Fisher. Subscribe and enjoy. Congratulations.
You're working hard for us. Thank you, Jeffy. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
What's your manager say about you constantly
Manager?
Fighting to keep it free for the people.
Pissed.
For the people.
If there was a manager, it would be a her, and she would be angry. So,
all right.
Okay.
Congratulations to Chick-fil-A. Gen Zers have ranked them their favorite restaurant chain in the U.S.
My pleasure.
The Taking Stock with Teens survey, conducted between August 12th and September 23rd, got responses from 14,500 teens across 47 states, with the average age of 15.8. Chick-fil-A's 15% mark put it firmly in the lead among all restaurant chains. Next closest was Starbucks with 12%, and Chick-fil-A, McDonald's, and Olive Garden. The annual drive-through study from QSR, though, and In Touch Insight, analyzing the top fast food chains, they review 1,500 drive-thrus in 10 different brands: Arby's, Burger King, Carl's Jr., Chick-fil-A, Dunkin', Hardee's, KFC, McDonald's, Taco Bell, and Wendy's. Number one in customer satisfaction, Chick-fil-A. But in terms of accuracy,
getting your order right?
Your main entree, side, drink, and special request.
Okay.
Chick-fil-A had the highest accuracy in the last couple of years, but dropped to 83%.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
7th place.
Yeah, no. That reminds me.
This year.
Who's number one?
7th place.
Who's number one?
Number
Don't have
one. Let me see what it
Come on, let's
says.
find out. Let's find out who's number one here.
accuracy.
And let's go. Come on.
Arby's and McDonald's tied for the top spot, with both getting orders right 89% of the time.
I can't tell you the last time I went to an Arby's. I bet I was in my teens.
Man, what's your deal?
Yeah.
You like
I don't
Arby's?
know. I don't like
Can
it.
I just say that my apologies, talk about accuracy and orders Chick-fil-A. On Saturday, my apologies to Beth H. at the drive-thru there in North Fort Worth. I got your grilled chicken sandwich. It was okay, but it's not what I ordered.
Wow.
And I reached out to Chick-fil-A, their customer support. I have not heard back.
Oh, no.
That was Saturday.
It's an outrage.
You do
Keith.
anything you
It's an
can for
outrage.
a free sandwich, but yeah, I didn't care for that screw up.
Customers also waited the longest at Chick-fil-A, over 3 minutes, the average.
Over
wait.
3 minutes. That shows how immediate we are, doesn't it?
They are
If I
so
don't get
efficient.
this in 10 seconds, I'm pissed.
I mean, that just means there's more customers, though, right? I mean,
Yeah.
people are waiting in line longer, so there's more customers.
Well, every time you go to a Chick-fil-A around here, if you
there's
go to
more
the
customers.
drive-thru,
there's
you're
more customers.
backed up around the block sometimes.
Worth it.
More Pat Gray Unleashed coming up.
Pat Gray is here.
I am.
On the Blaze Radio Network.
She's right about that. I don't know if she follow me around, stalking
I feel
me
like she kinda
all the
does.
time, or what? How do you know
You
I'm
like
here?
it. You
How
like
do you
it.
know where I am all the time? It's a little chilling. Got some tweets here. Tyler Morgan Show tweets, why were those jeans left behind? Dysentery. I left behind a couple pairs of uniform pants in Afghanistan for that reason.
Yeah.
You're oversharing, Tyler. Okay? You're oversharing. Denim buffed giblets. Denim archaeologist, the inspiration for today's handle.
No doubt.
That's great. Also from Toothpaste Words, I don't go to concerts to be lectured at, which is why I don't go to concerts. Also, I don't want to be around that many stupid people.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah,
I
but
know.
we're talking about Blink-182.
Right.
Okay, so
Right.
So you know they're geniuses.
We realize that.
What are those guys in their 50s now? I bet they're in their early 50s.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah.
I think they're close to my
probably-
age, not yours, Jeffy, because you, of course.
You're closer to the guy who left the jeans behind.
Yes.
So hold on a second. Are bands still forcing the vaccination proof? Because remember, I haven't been to a concert since the summer of 2004. Better Than Ezra, Omaha, Nebraska. I was gonna go to the Counting Crows. Remember that? And then I found out last minute.
Yeah,
I gotta be vaxxed. Screw you.
Had to be vaxxed.
Is that still a thing?
2004?
No. That's the last concert I went to, and then I was gonna go to Counting Crows,
but couldn't.
and they wanted the vax thing. I'm like, screw you.
Well, yesterday, a huge surprise as I walked into one of my doctor's offices.
Oh no, is this not the guy you're consulting with my murder on?
No, that's a different guy. That's today's guy.
Oh no, wait, what?
But yesterday, I went in there and no one's wearing a mask. Yeah. I'm like, wait, wait, you finally got rid of the mask thing? She's like, yes, thank goodness. I thought it was going to be forever. I know.
Yeah,
right?
The one doctor that I go to, they still have the mask signs up.
Isn't that cute?
do?
That's cute. I love that.
But nobody wears them.
Huh. They don't even bother with a mask sign
They don't
anymore.
have the mask box for people to
it's great. I mean, it's great. It should be stopped now. Look, I don't care if you're, and I still see the people driving around alone in their cars with a mask on. I mean, if you want to be that butt stupid, go ahead. That's your right as an American. I don't know what happened to you. I guess the fear-mongering just overwhelmed you.
Yeah.
And so now you just wear a mask everywhere. And it is sad when you see Texans doing it, but that's fine if you want to. It just shouldn't be mandatory.
Yes.
And fortunately, most of that's gone now. So that's great. Let's go to Dan in New York. Hey, Dan, you're on the Blaze.
Hello.
Hey.
Hello.
Go ahead, Dan.
Yes, Pat, please don't kill Keith.
Well, that's between me and my doctor, Dan.
Well, I would like to adopt him.
Oh, you would? Really?
You're breaking up. We
Wait,
can't hear you, Dan. What's happening? We got a bad connection.
Do I get my own room?
You get your own room, and I live up in the Adirondacks. We get a lot of snow. So you can shovel the snow in the winter and mow the lawn in the summer.
Oh, so you just want a do-boy up
you
there.
know what?
You want
That's
somebody
a-
to... That's a good idea.
Never mind.
I will take good care of him.
All right.
Hold
That's
on.
a great
Do
idea.
you get all the major sports packages on your satellite dish?
But one thing, I'm Jewish, so I'll send him to Hebrew school, and he could get bar mitzvah.
Okay.
I'm a fan.
I'm a fan of this. This sounds good.
In fact, Keith,
we'll send him your way, Dan. Thanks for the call.
You know, I went to a friend's bar mitzvah when I was in middle school, and I won the little limbo contest. Thank you very much.
Oh, cool. So
for what that's worth, that's my bar
so
mitzvah
you're practically
memory.
Jewish already.
Practically Jewish already, man.
Good with Dan.
Awesome.
Mel in Washington, you're on the Blaze. Hi.
Yeah. When I was watching Swalwell's ad, one of the first things popped into my mind was they were there because they weren't affirming the little girl's gender, that she wanted to be a boy, or they didn't have her vaxxed. The other one.
That's not what the ad was about, though.
But it could have been,
that's
Jeffy.
not what the ad was about.
Thanks, Mel.
Appreciate it, Mel.
And actually, you know what? If a
They
Swalwell...
could have taken care of both of those things and in the same visit, really.
And a Swalwell opponent could have made an ad. Eric Swalwell's dream world was where they do show up and make sure the kid, are you identifying the kid the way you want to be identified? And where are your vaccination cards? Exactly what you said. I could see an ad.
But that's not what the ad was about.
I got it, but I want to see. I want his opponent to actually make that commercial now. Good job. I like that.
Yeah.
But that's not what the ad's about.
First of all, that's not what the ad's about. Secondly,
it's National Pronoun Day. I'd like to point out.
Oh, happy!
Don't forget that.
National, or is it international?
Excuse me,
Pronoun
international.
Day. Yeah, yeah. It's not just an American thing. You know, getting pronouns right is a global responsibility.
Well, and one of the tips that the group that's pushing it says you should call radio stations 888-900-3393
and identify what your pronoun is.
Yeah, and spread the word so that it
great.
becomes what do they say? I think they actually wrote in there normalize it or something.
Hi. Thanks for taking my call.
Oh, hi.
She, him, them, they.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. Bye bye now.
Hi. I'm calling to say he, her.
All right. Appreciate that. Thanks.
for calling.
What do you? How would that go? What a dumb call radio stations.
Yeah.
And
they'll take your call.
well, you would say, let's go to Dan in New York. Dan,
Right.
welcome to the program. Hi, Pat. Dan in New York. He, him. I want to let you know, I'll adopt Keith. I mean, that's exactly what they want you to do. It's absolutely stupidity.
Asinine. It's
this
just
world
asinine.
sucks, man.
Yeah, it's just stupid. Let me tell you about real estate agents I trust. I don't think any of these realtors are going to care about your pronouns. I really don't. But because they're fans of the show, you're going to have a lot in common with them. There are also people who are with buyers all the time, so they know what the buyers are looking for. It's really important. These are successful agents who listen to people. They know what color is in right now to paint your house. White and gray, I guess, are the big deals right now. Maybe that's changed even, because it does change all the time. That's why you need a great realtor. Should you change the countertops or remodel your bathroom? Your realtor from Real Estate Agents I Trust will know. These are competitive winning machines. They're going to help you get your house sold quickly and for the most amount of money. And if you're buying, maybe you're relocating and doing both, they'll get you the most home for your money too. Real Estate Agents I Trust. The name says it all. realestateagentsitrust.com.
Gray Unleashed.
A while ago, we heard from Kari Lake's opponent, Katie Hobbs, but we haven't yet heard today from Kari Lake, and she is fantastic. If you're not familiar with her, she's really an up-and-coming rising star in the Republican Party. I mean, it's almost like, can you skip the Arizona governor thing, go straight to running for president? Yeah. We're practically there with her because she's so good at slapping people down. Here's how she handled a question yesterday about the election denying thing. Ugh, agonizing.
I'm actually shocked you asked that question.
Well,
actually, Anthony,
I have to give you a tough one once in a while.
I did a little, actually, Anthony, how old are you?
20.
Are you a journalist?
No.
Well, you did better research than half these people.
Nice. More than half.
Let's talk about election deniers. Here's
Okay.
150 examples of Democrats denying election results.
So
Oh,
great.
wow, look at this. This is from Joe Biden's press secretary. Reminder, Brian Kemp stole the gubernatorial election from Georgians and Stacey Abrams.
Oh, my
Democrats saying that. Is that an
gosh.
election denier? Oh, look at this.
Love it!
Just heard Republican Ryan Costello said it would be difficult for Stacey Abrams to win because she lost her state bid, but yet she's still claiming she never lost.
Mm-hmm.
This is outrageous. Hillary Clinton. Trump is an illegitimate president. Is she an election denier?
Yes.
This one says, was the 2016 election legitimate? It now definitely is a question worth asking. That's the Los Angeles Times. So it's okay for Democrats to question elections.
Yes!
But it's not okay for Republicans. It's a crock of BS. Every one of you knows it. We have our freedom of speech, and we're not going to relinquish it to a bunch of fake news propagandists. If you want a copy of these, I'm sure that Anthony would help you get a copy and help you learn how to be journalists. Look it up. It's been happening for a long time.
Phenomenal.
Since 2000, people have questioned the legitimacy of our elections.
Yep.
And all we're asking is that in the future, we don't have that have to happen anymore. When I'm governor, when I'm governor, we're going to make sure we have honest elections. We want the Democrats, the Independents, and the Republicans to all know that their vote counted. We want fair, honest, and transparent elections. And we're going to deliver that for the people.
Yep.
But just remember, guys, this is one page after Hillary Clinton says George W. Bush was selected president, not elected. So let's start, if you're going to start throwing around terms like election denier, let's remember who the other election deniers were. Hillary Clinton and all the Democrats. Next question.
Next question.
Okay. Republicans, there's your template.
Absolutely.
Okay. Pay
Absolutely.
attention to what Kari Lake is doing, because she is hitting it out of the park every time she's challenged like that. Every time.
Don't hem and haw.
Right.
None of
Be
it.
prepared, as she obviously is. She knows what you're going to ask because she sees it and hears it all the time.
Anthony?
So she prepares.
Yes.
Anthony, here we go. Come on.
Give me that list we came up with of Democrats who've denied elections. She does it calmly. She does it smoothly. And she crushes these people.
I know.
It's almost unfair. Man, that's fantastic. That is absolutely fantastic.
And let's hope that she wins.
She better. I mean, it's a really tight race, supposedly.
Which is amazing.
I can't
imagine that it is.
Katie Hobbs is one of the worst candidates I've ever seen.
I know.
She can't even answer a question without running and hiding in the bathroom. And so did her campaign manager. And so she said she doesn't like to talk politics with people she doesn't know. Why? Because it's too hard for her. That's why. And then you see Kari Lake. How is this even a question? How are you not ahead by 40?
I know.
I was
What's
reading.
really hard for me is to talk politics with people I don't know. You know what I should do is run for a political
Run for governor.
office.
Yeah, why not? Yeah. I was reading something that during the primary, oh gosh, I don't know, but Democrats went after one of Kari Lake's primary opponents. I think because, I don't know. But anyway, they ended up basically helping her. So thank you very much, Democrats, for taking out her opponent in the primary. But I wondered about Katie Hobbs and how terrible and I don't know Arizona politics at all, but she's so bad, and she is obviously no match intellectually for Kari Lake.
Right.
Not even in the same zip code.
Right.
Part of me wonders, as Secretary of State, Katie Hobbs, I wonder if this is the Democrat Party saying, hey, thanks for making sure you delivered Arizona to us for Joe Biden. We're going to do what it takes to get you the governorship in 2 years. And they're just stuck with her as a thank you for her help.
Possibly. I don't know. I don't know.
But she sucks.
She's terrible.
If you're like you and believe that there was some sort of issues with the election in Arizona.
Oh, I'm so glad you asked that. Anthony, do you have some stuff here for Jeffy?
But the Democrats are pretty renowned right now for really terrible candidates. You got John Fetterman, who's just one of the worst candidates of all time.
Right.
You got Katie Hobbs. These are bad candidates.
What's her face from Georgia?
Yeah, Stacey Abrams, who won the last election, and for some reason is trying to be reelected.
Trying to run again.
Yeah, it's weird. All right, 888-933-93. Also, Pat Unleashed on Twitter. The original Legend of Zelda game, which I loved.
Did you really?
I loved it.
Oh, good.
Yeah, played it all the time. Sells for over $400,000.
Wow.
Through Goodwill? What? Goodwill in Connecticut.
Is that the new Goodwill website that they have now? Because they just started their new Goodwill website where you can get stuff on it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Maybe it is. I don't know. They had an unopened copy of The Legend of Zelda. Oh, my. According to TMZ. It was sold. Yeah, it was sold through shopgoodwill.com.
Yeah.
Became the biggest sale in the site's more than 20-year history.
If you're the moron that accidentally left that in a box of clothes you were dropping off for a donation,
I'll bet you're pissed
now. You hope you don't see this story.
Yeah. So this was it debuted back in 1986. It's incredible. It's that old.
Oh, you want to feel real old? The Nintendo
retailed for $50 even back then.
Wow.
The
Nintendo itself hit U.S. stores 37 years ago yesterday, 1985.
Jeez. Incredible. Huh.
I want to find something like this, like an unwrapped Legend of Zelda.
Wouldn't that be great?
Well,
because $400,000, that's a lot of money. That'd change your life a little bit.
Well.
You put it in the bank, let it draw some interest.
Spend it while it's still
By
worth
the time
something.
you retire 30 years from now, with interest rates the way they are, it'll be $401,000. Yeah, with inflation, probably more like $50,000 or $60,000.
What kind of rate can I get on a CD?
That's back in 2022. That's back when money was money.
Money's not money anymore.
What was your favorite Nintendo game then, back in the day?
Legend of Zelda was pretty close, but probably what was it? Punch Out.
Mike Tyson's Punch Out. Yeah.
Mike Tyson.
I never did win that.
Really?
No, I didn't play it enough.
Yeah, you had to go to the body on Tyson.
Really?
That was the key. Uppercuts.
Oh, now you tell me.
Go to the body.
Where were you when I was in sixth grade?
I don't know. It's probably
playing Zelda somewhere.
I was in 7th grade by the time you were in 6th grade, so we didn't run into each other much. If you're a dog owner, you know how important it is to feed your dog the best, because that's how they stay healthy and happy and really active and be puppy-like. That's where Rough Greens comes in. You just sprinkle this dog food supplement on top of the dog food that you buy. It doesn't matter what kind it is. It's all dead food. All of that dry kibble stuff, it's all sterilized to 2,000 degrees or whatever, and it kills all the living elements in it. Rough Greens restores those things, the vitamins and minerals and probiotics and the antioxidants and everything your dog needs. Plus, for whatever reason, they love this stuff. Dogs go crazy for the taste. My dog wouldn't eat her food without Rough Greens on top. Now, if you want to make sure your dog is going to love it too, Because there are a few dogs. Keith's stupid dogs apparently didn't like it.
Yeah.
So you want to find out first before you really commit to it. So they're going to send you a free bag that you can try out for a few days. All you have to do is pick up the shipping on it. Just go to roughgreens.com. That's ruffgreens.com or call 833-783-3364. Some tweets here. Mark Moderman tweets, CDC dropped the mask mandate for healthcare workers about 3 weeks ago. Wish Jeffy would keep a mask on.
Oh, whoa. What is up with that, man?
I don't know what he means by that.
That's hurtful.
Weird. That's weird, Jeffy. I don't just non sequitur there.
Participation there, Mark.
Hold on a second. Hold on. CDC news. Do you want the bad news or the worst news?
The worst news.
Okay, the worst news is that they're going to vote tomorrow at the CDC.
On what?
On to make mRNA shots mandatory for school children in the U.S.
Oh my!
They would be
mandatory?
adding. Yeah, they would be adding this to the schedule.
How about no
of required vaccinations?
Because it's just required now, right? They've okayed it. They've said it was okay to give it to the kids from.
Correct. And now they're talking
6
about making it part of the schedule of vaccinations.
Okay. So what's the bad news?
See, that was the worst news. Yeah. So the bad news is that they're also going to vote that. To permanently shield Pfizer and Moderna.
Oh, that's right.
From liability claims.
Yeah, permanently.
Permanently.
You could never sue them. Anything goes wrong, tough.
Have you been injured by a vaccine?
I say how about no to that more than the other one.
Well, they're both bad. They're both bad.
So that's that. You can I guess voice your public opinion
because they'll listen.
Right? Isn't that what they do?
If
they go, wow,
the CDC is known for anything.
We were going to screw up your life, but we've decided, nah.
The good thing about non-elected officials is they really care about what you think. Yeah, they got to listen to you. It's agonizing. How have we allowed this to happen? We were just asleep at the switch for way too long. Way too long. And now I hope it's not too late. We're starting to wake up. Is it too late? Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Zelda Lilbird 10 tweets, we need a Kari Lake for New Jersey. Hell, all 50 states, to be honest. Yeah. Cameron from Michigan called in, said there was an actual Bible study in his child's public school instead of other crazy things that we've been seeing from schools recently. That's nice.
Don't make that school name public.
Yeah. Shh. Cameron. Shh.
They'll be there.
Also, Marie called in. She was 50 miles out from Philly in New Hope, Pennsylvania. She was disturbed by the amount of Fetterman signs she saw around there.
Oh.
Says it was 10-1 Fetterman signs over Oz.
New Hope
signs.
is where a lot of artists and stuff live, so maybe that's
and it's right up against the border of New Jersey. I mean,
it's nice out there, but
it is nice, but I could see how.
Yeah, it's probably a liberal area if it's artsy. In the neighborhood that's near mine that I drive through to get to my house, it's mostly Abbott signs, for governor. But there are a surprising number in that area of Beto signs.
The two houses.
I just think, what in the hell?
The two
Have
houses.
you had a brain injury?
I know.
What's the matter with you?
The two houses in my neighborhood that had Biden signs up now have Beto signs up. I just want to.
I mean, Biden is one thing. Well, Biden's bad too. But Beto, really? The guy can't even stick to a policy point. He can't. He doesn't even know where he stands on things. He stands wherever you stand. Wherever he's standing, whoever is around him,
that's where he stands.
That's where he stands. If it's Texas and he's running for governor, he doesn't want to take anything from you. I don't want to take your guns. I'm not trying to take anything. But when he's standing around liberals from across the country, it's hell yes, I'm going to take your AR-15.
I just thought of this not too long ago. The one house in my neighborhood that's a Biden Beto sign bearing home had an accident where a car drove into their garage.
Oh wow!
Maybe it wasn't an accident.
Maybe not. Probably drove into their own garage because they're so stupid they couldn't find the brake. Hey, look, Beto. Should I stop or should I go into my garage? The door is closed, but should I keep going?
Did you say that Netanyahu's coming back? or something in
I
Israel?
mean, it's very
It's
possible.
looking like he's coming back.
That he is prime minister again.
It's looking like what's his face is coming back in England
They've
too.
already gotten sick
they're
of
kicking
Liz
Truss
Truss.
out.
She's been in there for like 3 weeks.
They're talking about bringing Boris back.
Seriously, it's Ben.
So the band's getting back together. When's Trump coming back?
Well, please.
Oh my
Soon.
goodness.
That's amazing.
I mean,
they're already sick of her? What happened? What'd
her
she
little
do?
tax plan they didn't like or something.
Really? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Did they not know about it before she was elected?
I don't know.
Of course, are they elected? It's weird. It's like the party is elected or something, or you get a majority, and the majority decides who their leader is going to be. I don't know.
As
It's
much
a
as
dumb
we
system.
mock those parliamentary systems, boy, we could have used it how many times in the last 2 years here
to get rid of,
Joe Biden. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, Joe. Bye-bye, Kamala. All of you. See ya.
We need to explore that.
We just institute that as we like.
Yeah.
Yeah,
As
well,
we
when
like,
we decide.
We'll sunset it.
Okay,
We'll sunset it.
We get to decide.
Okay, that's what I'm asking. Yeah.
All of a sudden, we're kings of the universe, and we decide. Wouldn't that be nice? That'd be great.
Yes, it would.
World would be a better place. I guarantee
Sure
you that. I'll tell you that right now.
Be a better place for me.
It'd be a better place for everybody. Let's face it.
Not for the buffets if Jeffy's in charge.
Are you Mark all of a sudden?
Well, you're not in power yet, so I can still get away with it.
Jeez. Biden supporters going crazy over CNN. I mean, you know how pro GOP the CNN is, right?
Right.
They're demanding a CNN boycott. And that was trending on social media because they highlighted how many trips Biden has made away from the White House.
How dare they?
You know how many times, how many days he's spent away from Washington, D.C.?
10.
Well, this is just 10. It's ever so slightly more than that.
Really?
Yeah. It's 174 days in Delaware.
Wow.
Plus 64 more days at Camp David. That's a lot.
Now I have
that's about a fourth or a third of his presidency.
I do have a side question to that. All right.
Okay.
So we know that they, for whatever reason, and I believe them, they don't keep track of who comes to visit him in Delaware.
The Secret Service can't find any record of that at all.
Do
There's
we have at least a guest list for Camp David? Since that's not his personal home.
Yeah, I wonder. I don't know. I've never seen anybody go for the Camp David thing. Now, in comparison, and how dare they compare it? Trump only spent 135 days at this point in Mar-a-Lago and 23 days at Camp David. Way less, like 100 days less than Biden.
Can we get the guests who came to Mar-a-Lago? Do we know that? Did the Secret Service, were they on top of that?
I'm
for
guessing
President
there's
Donald
probably
Trump?
Some kind of record.
I'm sure there's a
recording
detailed
of,
list.
Yes, you know there is. You know there is. In his entire presidency, the whole 8 years, George W. Bush spent 500 days in Crawford. And Reagan spent nearly a year of his 8 years at his California ranch. So
in Crawford, Texas. I keep thinking about what's her face, the lady that used to pitch a tent out there.
Oh yeah,
the military mom,
right? That he wouldn't speak to her because he already did. I already spoke to her, I'm done with that right there. How many times can I talk to her anyway?
Don't even look at the tent.
Cindy Sheehan.
Cindy Sheehan.
Cindy
Thank
Sheehan,
you. Yes. Wow, boy, I miss the Cindy Sheehan days.
You don't get
those were good times.
You don't get those days back.
I mean, can you imagine? We thought it was bad then. Are you kidding?
Right. When you read something from not that long ago in our history.
Yeah, it was what, 2007, 6?
Yeah, and you think, man, things really sucked back then.
Yeah.
No, in hindsight, those were the golden years.
Right. Right. So people tweeting about CNN and how dastardly they are for pointing this out. This is why, after watching CNN exclusively for as long as I can remember, I switched to MSNBC in August.
That's a step up.
Deleted the CNN app from my phone and deleted the Sirius station for my favorites. CNN equals see ya, not never. 1%.
Oh, try harder.
See ya, not never. So if you're going to see him not never, that does mean you're going to see him sometime soon.
This is CNN, the most trusted name in news.
Shows you how stupid these people are. CNN equals see ya, not never.
Not only is that stupid, but whoever made this article decided it was worthy of putting in the story.
True. Yeah, good point. Boycott CNN. Hashtag boycott CNN. They become the new faux news. Have they?
I forgot to get rid of the app, though.
Did you?
Gosh darn it! Yeah, I've been doing my due diligence, not watching them on cable,
right? Because you switched to MSNBC.
Yes,
they're so much better.
I have not.
Did you ever uninstall the CNN Plus app? Did you get around to that one too?
Oh, I'm still trying to go there and find my favorite shows on it. Is there a reason I'm not seeing them? Because
apparently, because no one ever saw them.
Ouch. This person writes, the health and safety of American democracy is at stake. Yet, someone at CNN thought this was actual news. Shame. Okay.
What are you talking about?
I mean, it is news. Everything. I'm sure you thought it was news when they were reporting on Trump.
Darn right they did.
And his absence from the White House. It was news then.
What app did you delete for that news?
Man, boy, a great example why I don't watch at CNN anymore. I know even when President Biden is spending weekends in Delaware, only a short distance from the White House, he is working. Oh, yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
Nonstop.
They can't even keep up with them. That's what Jen Psaki said. We can't even keep up with them. Oh, my gosh.
Awesome.
Well, I mean, his schedule is breathtaking. He gets up at 10 in the morning, and he works around the clock until sometimes 12. So
a big day when he makes.
And I mean noon. I mean 12 noon, man. He won't quit until then. Well, he'll take a couple of breaks because he's got to,
got to what?
Got to clean out his diaper.
Yeah, he's got a weak bladder. But other than that,
did he leave a pair of jeans
Jill
behind
has
somewhere?
to change his diaper a couple of times during that period.
Wait a minute. I think I'm figuring out.
Feces thrown all over the walls.
I think I'm figuring out a mystery here. I mean, Biden's up there in years.
Yes, he is.
He got that pair of jeans Jeffy told us about in that cave from the 1800s.
Right.
I think we found our owner.
Yep. There you
Come
go.
and claim them.
It's good detective work, Keith.
Thank you.
It's good detective work. I may let you live. I don't know. I'm going to consult with my doctor today.
No, it's up to the doctor.
Yeah. I mean, it's between me and my doctor.
So are you gonna,
whether or not I kill Keith.
Are you going to text me later to let me know if I've made it?
I want it to be a surprise. I do.
I may not want to come in here tomorrow. I mean,
you don't want to have to sweat it out like he's going to kill me in the morning.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
You don't want to sweat that out. Although I might say, I'm going to kill you in the morning like on Princess Bride. Good night. Well done. Most likely kill you in the morning. Said that to him every day for 5 years, so you don't really know if it's going to happen or not. So maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll do it that way.
There's a lot of specificity to your plan here. I'm getting a little nervous.
So Alex Berenson writes extensively on COVID, and he posted this after the big Boston University story broke yesterday because they were, they're doing the gain of function thing and came up with a COVID...
like a strain that killed 80% of the mice they put it in.
That's what it was. Thank you. In the last 48 hours, according to Alex Berenson, people have been screaming about the news that Boston University researchers stuck the Omicron spike into the original SARS-CoV-2 virus and produced a virus with an 80% mortality rate. We're all going to die. How could they do this? Yeah, we were saying that.
Mm-hmm.
I read the paper, he says. Oh, well, why would you do that? Why? I mean, you're going to read the actual paper they put out? Anybody could do that.
Was it published in some journal?
I didn't. I just went to Alex Berenson's Substack.
It says the Omicron wild-type SARS-CoV-2 combination, the researchers created is more lethal than Omicron. However, it also says the Omicron wild-type virus is less lethal than the original wild-type.
Okay.
Neither of those findings should be a surprise. Omicron is much less dangerous than the original SARS-CoV-2. So blending the two together produces a virus with intermediate lethality. What's with the 80% mortality rate then? It's in mice, people. Well, yeah, we wondered about that too.
Yes.
Does that translate directly to humans? We didn't know. I don't know. I doubt it. And guess what? The wild type had a The wild type had a 100% mortality rate in mice.
I mean, that's what we were so concerned about, right? In the beginning, it was supposed to be this huge, it had great lethality, right? I mean, that was the whole point behind it.
Yeah, we don't need to freak out. If you're a mouse, you probably do. Okay, if you're a mouse, this is going to kill you dead. You're going to be killed dead by this thing. I think we can agree that SARS-CoV-2 does not have a 100% mortality rate in humans, nor did the researchers provide any evidence that the blended Omicron wild-type coronavirus is able to defeat antibodies in people who have been infected with and recovered from Omicron, which is basically all of us. That's true. Okay, so I guess what he's saying here is we shouldn't panic about it. It's no big deal.
Unless you're a mouse.
Unless you're a mouse.
So if you're a mouse listening to this, you should probably panic.
Be afraid.
And don't go near Boston.
Be very afraid. Okay? Because it's inevitable. These things are going to be released from these laboratories. That's why I wish they'd stop doing this. Stop it. Why? Why are you doing this? And the only reason to do it is so that you can develop it to find an antidote for it. Yeah. But if you don't develop it, you don't need the cure, right? I guess the thinking is, somebody's going to develop it.
Yes.
It's going to be either us or the Chinese or the Russians, so we better do it.
Or Mother Nature.
Yeah. All right, let me tell you about Tommy John underwear, because we are fanatics for Tommy John underwear. They just develop fanatics because this is such great stuff. It's the most comfortable underwear you'll ever own. Doesn't ride up. It's nice and cool and so comfortable and soft, along with the loungewear, which I absolutely love. Looks great, feels great. It is so comfortable. I've said this a million times. It's the first thing I put on when I get home. But that's all I want to do is change out of my clothes into Tommy John loungewear. With over 17 million pairs sold, people love Tommy John underwear and loungewear. That's why they don't have customers, they have fanatics. So, check it out. Go to TommyJohn.com/unleashed right now, and you'll get 25% off the lounge and sleepwear. 25% off. So, great deal at TommyJohn.com/unleashed. That's TommyJohn.com/unleashed. See the site for details.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
Okay, yesterday we stumbled on that Joe Biden montage. Jeez. With him and these little girls that he touches in inappropriate things. I mean, even if it's him coming up behind him and putting both his hands on her shoulders and then leaning in and making them so uncomfortable. Do we have the freeze frame of him doing that to the girl the other day? He was just doing this again, and she is looking at him like, what are you doing? Like, dude, get off me. Look at that. Like, she is not comfortable with this.
Nope.
And then he leans in and whispers like sweet nothings in her ear, like, don't take it seriously until you're 30, because I want to take a shot. It's the creepiest thing I've ever seen from a president. Little girl.
He can zero in on him, man. He finds him, though.
He does every single time.
He finds him, yeah.
Every single time.
Yeah, and somebody, and I Googled this. Apparently he calls girls muffins. I've never heard that.
Muffins.
But when I Googled it, sure enough, there's plenty of references to when he's done that. And somebody wanted to point out that when you spell muffins backwards,
it's sniff 'em.
So there you go.
That is.
There you go.
That is weird, isn't it? On Overtime today, we have this montage of him, and I think it's all from one swearing-in ceremony where he takes, these representatives who are coming into office and he swears them in as vice president. And it is one after another.
That was his gig, yeah.
Of being inappropriate with these little girls. It's just creepy. It's inappropriate.
There was just another one yesterday too. I mean, where there was some event that the event that he was at yesterday. There was some little girl that he was talking to her parents, but while he was talking to her parents, he wouldn't let go of her.
Oh. Yeah,
I was just, dude.
I know. It's like Megyn Kelly said the other day. Grown men don't they don't behave like that. They don't.
Right. Unless they're pedophiles.
Unless they're
pedophiles. The end.
Mm-hmm. It's creepy, man. It is bad. I think it's really bad. I'm sure that his defenders, there's nothing wrong with it. Are you kidding me?
Folksy.
No.
I'm folksy.
Being nice.
Nope.
Yes.
I'm sorry. No. It's inappropriate. Yep. There's no reason to be doing this.
You're an 80-year-old man.
Yes.
Back off.
Yes. I mean, even I
don't care what age you are.
I don't either.
Keep your hands to yourself, bro.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I mean, he kisses them sometimes. He'll kiss them on the cheek or on the forehead or on the top of their head. And if don't be kissing
and
these
if you're
little
there
girls.
and that's your daughter and your instinct is to get physical with this guy, you can get yourself shot by Secret Service.
Right.
He knows it too.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. So we will investigate this a little bit further on Overtime today. There's a lot of instances where you can say, okay, back off. Dude, back off. Big thanks to Padhead Hayes Strum, who made sure to tell us on Twitter that today is International Pronouns Day.
Thank goodness.
And, of course, we've been celebrating it all day.
Yeah, hello.
So thank you, Hayes. Here's a few things that you can do to participate today. All right?
Oh,
Just so you know. Just so you know.
Good. Okay.
Make a splash in the media and in the community. Use the Pronouns Day hashtag.
Oh, hashtag.
Super important
And
on
what
that one.
And what is it? Hashtag
Pronouns Day.
Okay. Be sure to do that, y'all.
It's all one word. Hashtag Pronouns
That's how
Day.
you use hashtags.
Yeah. He knows, Jeffy. He knows.
You can also post your own pronouns on social media.
What are your pronouns, Jeffy?
He doesn't want to say.
No, I'm not going to celebrate.
Excuse me, it's ma'am. It is ma'am.
All right, we can go with that.
You can create filters or other images. You can encourage people to post.
Pat's all about using filters on social media.
Yes.
Little kitty cat ears or something. Is that your thing?
All the time. Yeah, all the time. You could set up a table and photo booth in a medium high traffic area.
That's what we're doing.
Love this.
We're going to do this right out here. We're going to get all our fellow Blaze coworkers.
Oh,
and be
yeah,
like,
good
hey,
idea.
come on by our pronoun booth. It'll be fun.
Absolutely should have a pronoun booth. If we don't have one this year, we need to have it ready to go.
Let's
for
get a
next year.
pronoun booth going.
We absolutely need to have
and
that.
encourage people to take a picture and hold up their written pronouns.
Oh, what again, Jeffy? What are your written pronouns? What are they going to be?
I don't know.
And then share on social media with expressed permission of individuals. But get their permission to share.
Well, then that ruins it. Yeah. No.
Invite members of the community to individually share resources and thoughts on social media about the importance of using the correct pronouns for people.
Yeah, better.
This is the dumbest
Get
thing
them in
ever.
line, you know?
One of the dumbest things. Write an op-ed for a local newspaper, publication, or blog.
Oh, too late.
And we've already talked about this one.
We missed the deadline for
We already talked about reaching out and getting on a radio program where we call us.
Yeah, give us a call.
Love to hear your pronouns.
Yeah, you got time.
888-900-3393. You could organize an event, workshop, social, or meet and greet.
Jeffy?
This is all for pronouns, keep in mind.
That's awesome.
You're doing that, right?
Are we really devoting this kind of energy to pronouns? Come on. Holding it with all the things that are going on today, with all the problems we have in our society. You write this like 9-page thing on pronouns. So stupid.
Well,
what a sick society we are.
Some of what you said is stupid, but not create and distribute pronoun buttons.
No, you're right. That's an important one right there. And then just wear that button proudly.
Absolutely.
On your lapel.
Absolutely.
Hold an event or a meet and greet type of event where sharing pronouns during introductions is normalized.
Oh, you know what? When you go see your doctor today about plotting my murder, right? You can make sure that when you introduce yourself to
I tell him.
Because you've got
him.
You've got the receptionist.
Yeah.
You got the nurse.
Right.
You got the doctor. You have an opportunity today to really spread
Other
this
patients
message.
in the
waiting
room.
He, him over here.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to pigeonhole you. I'm just
and don't.
It was a hypothetical,
Don't
Pat. It was
do
a hypothetical in the waiting room. That's all I was doing there, just painting the picture.
My important pronouns are she, him, they, them. Run a workshop. I plan to do this.
Run a workshop
on how to share and ask about pronouns and how to recover from mistakes.
Oh,
That's a good idea.
Is write a TED Talk in there?
That's a good idea.
Write a TED Talk
on pronouns.
That'd be great.
Oh,
yeah.
let's do this.
That would be awesome.
Okay, distributing some cool materials that help to educate or raise visibility.
Yeah. That's what I was talking about, pronoun buttons.
But you didn't talk about distributing information about pronouns on small cards.
No, I did.
You did not.
No, I didn't.
Talk about that important step.
That.
You didn't. Why not?
Why?
Why'd you leave that out?
Don't you care about people's pronouns?
I was thinking about now you got me thinking I'm going to get take the Post-it notes. And you could do this at the doctor's office and just take Post-it notes and put hashtag. What's the hashtag?
Ask me my pronouns. Oh no, pronoun day.
Pronoun day. Hashtag pronoun day. And then when you have people tell you their pronouns, you can just click the selfie with them holding the Post-it note.
Oh, cool.
And just hashtag the post.
No,
that would be awesome.
Yeah, I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to make my little.
I am so pleased to see you involved.
Awesome. I want to do this so bad
in the pronoun situation.
Oh, you act like you're not going to do this today?
No, I told you I'm doing the workshop later. Hashtag pronoun day.
There you go.
He's proudly wearing it. Good for you, Keith.
Thank you.
I'm proud of both of you.
Thank you.
Really just remember that, really that the picture of the hashtag
pronoun
day.
The
way hashtags work, but that's okay. Just remember.
He knows.
Okay.
Why are you explaining that, dude?
You got to make sure you put the hashtag in the post.
Hey, what's up?
Yeah.
What's up, pronoun day? In the house.
So make sure when you post that now
They're not going to know you're saying that, though. Unless it's a
you
video.
can feel it.
Yeah,
Are you going to do like a 3-second video?
No, you
this
can
is
feel
organic,
it.
bro.
Yeah, you can feel it.
I think you should send a TikTok out that says, "What's up, pronoun day?"
Pronoun day.
Okay. Hold on. All right. I'll fix it. Let me hit record here. What's up, pronoun day? Come on.
No, the first one was better. Do it again.
Why? Because there was no
it's
sound?
a little over the top. The second one, but that's all right. Go ahead and post it on TikTok.
TikTok. I'm going to TikTok. Screw that.
All right. You remember these dudes from yesterday pretending to be women? These guys, girls, people, humans.
Okay.
Check this out.
Now I know I can find love.
No.
I know I can still be a performer.
gross.
I know that I can have a family. I want to be a mom one day. And I absolutely
you can. So-
And that's
No, you
why the narrative still has a long
you
way
could
to go,
adopt.
because when I was grieving Boy Dylan, I didn't know those things were even accessible to me.
Grieving what? He was grieving Boy Dylan?
I don't know who's the bigger freak in that. The dude who thinks he can be a mom or the dude who refuses to shave?
Trying to be a woman and has a beard.
Yeah.
Well,
Ulta,
that's fine.
Ulta, do you have
women
any-
can have beards.
Thank you.
Hey,
Yeah, women can have beards. What
Stereotypical.
about the bearded lady we've seen at circuses?
Hey, Ulta, do you have any beauty tips on how to hide my 5 o'clock shadow? Ugh. Just gross.
It's interesting that people are revolting about against this a little bit, on the Ulta thing.
And Ulta is doubling down.
Are they really?
You're not allowed to comment on their videos.
Oh my gosh.
And they're doubling down. They're saying there's no place for hate here and all this crap. And it's just, they don't care that they're losing customers. Women are just running away from them.
Wow.
As they should.
So if you're opposed to something, that automatically means you hate.
Yes.
Now. Is that where we are?
Yep. You got it.
If I don't like men being presented as women to me, I hate.
If you don't want dudes
Asinine.
mansplaining how to be a woman,
right?
Then
And
you're
are they
right.
losing business? Because I doubt that they are.
That's what women are commenting.
Yeah, I doubt that they are. When
Okay.
they're losing
I hope
business
they are.
until the women realize that, the hair color I need is still at Ulta. Okay, so I'm going to go there.
Okay.
There's other places to get hair
Yeah,
color.
no, they have the special blend.
Do they?
Yes.
Oh, no, tell us more.
Special place.
It's Pronouns Day. Today's the day when you can share this with us.
They have a wider selection.
Do they?
Yes, they do.
Okay.
Yes, they do.
Are they
the specific colors?
Are they moderately priced?
Yes, they are. As a matter of fact.
All right.
You have a coupon?
Okay.
By the way, completely not related to this, I'm sure. Republicans introducing the Stop the Sexualization of Children Act. The first bill to ensure that none of your tax dollars go to federal programs promoting this crap.
Watch it not pass.
Pat Gray, only on the Blaze Radio Network.